Previously on The Created. Alright everyone, move along or back away from the house. I don't care which you choose, but let's make it quick, people. You two, you're with me. Surprised, Viktor and Lashana see the man to be pointing at them. Excuse me, Lashana says, stepping forward towards the man in the trench coat. He then presents a gold badge and ID, revealing himself to be a detective of ODR. Detective Alto, you two look like you can handle yourself, and I don't know what I'll be walking into, so congratulations, you just became deputies. As the team approach the house, a hysterical woman wearing nothing but a bathrobe opens the door. As you all enter, she cries out, "Please, officer, you have to help me!" Oops, I meant to grab it. There we go. As the team enter, a historical woman collapses to the ground and cries out, "Please, officer, you have to help me! My husband, he's been murdered!" Victor, how did we get dragged into this? Victor thinks for a moment, but doesn't reply, as he begins to scout the perimeter. As the team approach the front door of the house and about to enter again, they hear the sounds of gunfire coming from within the house. They look at each other with a shocked expression as they immediately rush in to the source of the sound. Maria screams, facing the direction of the kitchen. It's okay, false alarm, it's just a big bag of rice," Aldo explains. Sure enough, you look over to see a large bag of rice with 2 bullet holes, spilling rice onto the floor. "Ground floor is secure, follow me, deputies," as Aldo pretends like nothing has happened. The coarse sheets and furs of the bed are twisted and stretched between the frame and the body of a man. He lies tangled amid the bedclothes, sightless eyes staring at some imagined horror. His throat has been slit. The sides of his mouth are cut open, making it look like a clown's oversized smile. Rosy circles have been painted onto his cheeks with blood. Did you find anything, Victor? Well, it is a very mysterious case, this one. It is clear that he died from the laceration to his neck, but there doesn't appear to be any signs of a struggle or anything really indicating who the murderer might be or where they would be. However, I have noticed something. Follow me, Lashana. Your eyes, mister. Your eyes are red. I know, I get that a lot. Some people find them scary, others find them interesting. It's all part of my charm. As he then gives a little smile. So we're gonna do a persuasion. Yes, you don't have diplomacy in this one. Persuasion. A 17's very good. That's very good. I just wanted the general idea of what's going on there. And with that, Giselle calms down and gives a soft, solemn smile as she turns back to the window facing the front of the house, singing her haunting lullaby. Itsy bitsy spider crawled up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed
the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Upon entering the child's room, a little girl, maybe 7 years old, stands by the window, holding the hand of a small wooden painted puppet who sits on the table beside her. Her attention is totally focused on the doll and what's outside. It seems from this point on, she doesn't even acknowledge your existence anymore. The room is clean, but the floor is strewn with toys and dolls. Giselle, if it's okay, I would like to have a little look around. Lashana looks at Viktor a little worriedly, as Viktor acknowledges her concerns and then begins to continue in his investigation. It is clear that Giselle is in a state of shock, and she may not respond to many of our questions. Okay, investigation check for Giselle's room. Ooh, a 14. It was looking like it was going to land on a 17. So with a 14, Viktor looks around, seeing a rather large and intricately made doll's house, which dominates the room. Beside it is a small chest of toys, half empty, as you can guess that a lot of it must be what is on the floor around you. Near the bed is what looks to be a small cupboard or chest of drawers containing clothes of Giselle's. Upon the table are a number of parchments with crudely drawn pictures of what appears to be a small girl in a dress holding the hand of an even smaller person. Some of these images look to be of happy occasions with her family as they stand outside the house. One of them also seems to be labelled Mummy, Daddy, Me, and Knuckles. The name Knuckles that stands out to you appears to be a name given to the small character beside her. Giselle, may I ask who Knuckles is in this picture? Knuckles? Yeah, Knuckles is my doll. I called her Knuckles because when I got her, she seemed to have had weird damaged knuckles, see? I see that, yes. Was the knuckles always damaged when you bought her, or? Yeah, that's what made her stand out. It looked different from the rest of the dolls, and I wanted this one. Do you mind if I have a look at Knuckles? Upon asking that question, Giselle then picks up the doll and hugs it tightly, staring at Viktor. It's okay, I'm not gonna hurt Knuckles. I just need to take a little look, is all. No, you can't. Knuckles is my best friend. I can't let you. I don't want you to damage her. She can dance and sing, you know. As she continues to hug it close to herself at all times. Giselle, what I'm going to ask might be a little bit difficult for you right now. But I need to ask these questions, if that's okay. Giselle, still staring at Viktor. Did you hear anything, or even see anything happening from your mum and dad's bedroom? I'm going to roll a perception after asking that question. With a 20, Viktor will notice a slight flick in the girl's eyes, as if she is remembering something, or perhaps receiving a flashback of the scenario, as she then begins to close up and become much more quiet, still holding the doll tightly in her arms. Have you been in your bedroom all day today, Giselle? She nods to herself. Then you must have heard terrible and scary sounds coming from your mum and dad's bedroom, right? She nods to herself. There's no easy way of saying this, Giselle, but your father is gone, Giselle. Giselle's eyes begin to well up with tears, and a smile creeps on her face as she said, I know he's gone. He's gone out to work. He won't be back for a long time. He's been away on work for almost a week now. I can't wait to see him. It's been so long. No, Giselle, your dad is here. No, he's not. He's on work. He's away on work. As her voice begins to start to crack and croak, as she tries to hold back tears. Giselle, did you see anything or hear anything that may have happened from next door, from your parents' bedroom? We're trying to find the one who attacked your dad. No. He's away. Nobody attacked my dad. He's working. He's not here. He's not. And she then returns back to her singing of the eerie lullaby. Lashana, looking remorseful, turns to Viktor and looks at him suggestively in a way to state, there's not much more that we can do here. Let's leave her be for now. Viktor, understanding the situation, agrees, gives a gentle nod, and heads towards the door. As Lashana does a spinneroonie outside of the kids' room. Whee! I've got lots of outtakes for this one. As Viktor closes the door, he does see a slight glint come from Giselle's bed, and that was from his perception of 20 earlier. I'm gonna get him to roll one more investigation. With a 13, okay, he needed higher than a 10 for this one, as he already got the 20 perception. Viktor was just about to close the door and leave, as he sees the glint coming from Giselle's bed. Lashana, wait one moment. As he re-enters the bedroom and heads straight to the bed. Okay, if it will allow me. Moving the sheets back and lifting up the mattress, he finds a small bloodied knife, poorly concealed within the bedsheets. The blade is no more than 4 inches long. Viktor takes a small cloth from his pocket and takes the knife as evidence. Facing Giselle. Giselle, shocked, welling up with tears, looking at Viktor. Viktor doesn't say a word, but just continues to stare at her, waiting for a response.
He made me do it. He made me hide it for him.
Who, Giselle? Who made you do this?
He said he'd hurt me if I say his name.
Viktor walks up to Giselle and goes down on one knee, bringing himself to her height. Giselle, this is very important now. I need you to tell me. Who did this? Who told you to hide that knife? Giselle's face crumples into anguish as she then begins to cry. She falls down to her knees, and sitting on the floor, she buries her head into the doll that she is holding, crying and sobbing her poor little heart out. Giselle, did you do this?
No! 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 He's working. My dad is working.
She then turns her back to her, hiding herself from Viktor. Viktor silently just stands up, walks out of the room, closing the door behind him. What was once an eerie lullaby is now the soft sounds of weeping and crying. Lashana, it would seem all signs are pointing towards Giselle, but she couldn't have done it. Why would she kill her own father? Well, I believe her when she says that someone told her to do it. Seems that someone threatened her. After this discussion, Aldo then steps out of the bedroom. Deputies. So, what did you find? I found a few things. As Lashana and Viktor sees him stuffing Mrs. Sertino's bra into his jacket pocket. Viktor obviously offended by this. Well, Aldo, whilst you were preoccupying yourself with ladies' undergarments, I have found the murder weapon, as he reveals the bloodied knife in his now bloodstained handkerchief. That is very good, deputies. If you had handed over, this is a key piece of evidence. Viktor reluctantly hands over the dagger to the police officer. Right, well, I don't think there's much else to find up here. Let's go downstairs and talk to Mrs. Sertino, shall we? As they then all head towards the staircase. The team heads back downstairs and into the sitting room where Maria Sertino sits. She appears to have now got a hold of her nerves and has calmed down somewhat. Detective, I'm free to talk now. As Aldo steps closer and sits down in the chair in front of her. Which I don't think I can do. No. I can't get him to sit. It's fine. Thank you, Mrs. Sertino. Whereabouts were you on the time and night that your husband died? Well, I was in the bathroom. I was having a bath. And I got out put on my bathrobe, and that's when I heard a loud crashing sound come from my bedroom. I ran in. I ran in to see. It's okay, Mrs. Sertino. Take a deep breath. And I don't know what to do. I'm not sure how. How could this happen? Why would this happen? Who would kill my husband? I don't know, Mrs. Sertino, but that's what we're trying to find out. Now, when you were in the bathtub, what shampoo were you using? What? What shampoo were you using? I don't know. Why? What's that got to do with the case? Well, as a detective, these things, they may confuse someone such as yourself who's not trained to look out for, particular details. And was the shampoo, was it combined? Did it have conditioner with it at all? No. And was it floral or was it fruity? Lashana and Viktor are looking at each other, very confused right now. Okay, stepping away from the shampoo then. So you say you got out of the bath and you put on your bathrobe. Was there any reason why you didn't put on your clothes before leaving the bathroom? Yeah, because there was a loud noise from my bedroom. Okay, so you didn't think that maybe a chair had fallen over or so? I don't know. It was a loud noise. I went to investigate. I'm not gonna just wait to dry myself and then put on my clothes before going to investigate. Okay, interesting. And so then you went into your bedroom, you saw the scenario. Pretty grim scenario there, I might add. Did you draw on your husband's face? No, I didn't draw on my husband's face. Well, it was interesting when I investigated the bathtub because, it was just interesting. Why? Why was it interesting? What did you see? Or did you wash your hands after seeing the scene? Are you accusing me of killing my own husband? Well, I'm just looking at the facts. Viktor immediately then butts in. Aldo, please. We're getting nowhere with these questions. Yes. All right. And so you went towards the window. Ask her about the knife. I was getting to that, all right? Who's the detective here? Well, I don't know. You apparently. I don't know how you got the job. We're gonna have I gotta roll a stealth because I don't have stats for the detective. So I'm gonna roll a stealth to see how quiet I actually said that. An 18, pretty quiet. So Aldo didn't hear me mocking his job role. Mr. Sertino, we found a rather interesting object upstairs. It is this small, bloodied knife. Okay, we're going to flip a coin now for Aldo. Heads, he pulls out Mrs. Sertino's bra. Tails, he pulls out the bloodied knife. Tails, okay. he didn't put himself in it. He pulls out the bloodied knife and reveals it to Sertino. We found this in the upstairs room as he looks towards Viktor. It was in Giselle's room. Yes, we found this in your daughter's room. Can you please explain what it is doing there? My daughter?
I don't know what it's doing there. Why does Giselle have that knife?
Well, why does she have the knife? Looking at Mrs. Sertino suggestively. Viktor is then going to step in and push Aldo aside, seeing that he is pretty useless at interrogating. He clearly can't be very skilled in his job. He must be new. Miss Sertino, I found this bloodied knife in the bedsheets of Giselle's bed.
What? No.
She was reluctant to talk about it, but she told me that there was another person, a person that told her to hide it. And this person even threatened her if she was to say who he was.
Oh, my poor Giselle. Oh, my poor baby.
Whilst we were upstairs, did you see or hear anyone sneak through the room as if maybe trying to make an escape at all?
No, it was just me. There wasn't anyone else here.
I'm now gonna have Lashana make a perception check as to where she's standing. And it is at disadvantage as well. Gotta remember that. A 9. Ugh. Okay, so it's a 9, which is not good. So upon investigating your husband, Mrs. Sertino, I did notice the small drips of blood that were leading towards your daughter's bedroom, which possibly indicates the suspect, or may have told your daughter whilst in your bedroom, so I'm afraid she may have seen everything there. She keeps claiming that he is away for work and won't be back for a long time. But I'm pretty certain that she is aware of the situation.
Oh, my poor baby. She sounds like she must have been in shock to see such a thing.
If it's all right with you, Miss Sertino, we're gonna take one last look around the perimeter to make sure the suspect is still not around, and then we'll be out of your hair. If you do hear anything or you see anything further, please don't hesitate to speak with Aldo here. As Aldo then takes a puff of his cigar. He's not even been listening all this time. He's been looking at the bookshelf. Upon hearing his name, he takes a puff of his cigar and looks over like, What? What was that? Mr. Sertino looks over at Aldo like, do I have to talk to him? But she then looks back at Viktor, seeing that he is more than likely the one in charge, even though he's not, and nods in agreement. Alright, Viktor. Perception check from you. Come on, man. A 13! Okay, it's better than a 10 at least. Viktor at this point will hear the back door in the kitchen slowly creak open. Curious and thinking that the suspect may have head this way, he is going to go and investigate. First, I'm going to have him do a history check to see if he remembers when he was in the kitchen, if that door was open. Gonna need a 15 because I think this is a small detail. With a 14, it's very close, but he does suspect something strange. As Viktor will just wander towards the back door. Lashana, seeing Viktor walk off on his own, she will then naturally head in his direction, confused as to what's going on. Viktor steps outside and begins to scan his surroundings. I'm going to have him do an insight check and another perception. This again just to give me an idea of what is going through his mind and what he is potentially seeing. For his insight, he gets a 15. His perception gets a 19. Determined to find the suspect, he scans his surroundings, but he does get a very strong vibe that something is not right. And he gets a strong feeling that the suspect is here. Lashana, not sure what is going on or what he's doing, watches Viktor at work. Viktor walks over to the right towards the fence and begins staring at the floor. He goes down to one knee and begins to waft some of the mist out of the way. Ordinarily, it would be difficult to see, but with his perception of 19, he's able to deduce an unnatural indentation within the grass. What did you find, Viktor? It's hard to say. It looks like someone was here. Someone was standing here. Oh, well, that's not creepy at all, is it? It might be nothing, but stay sharp. I believe the suspect could be here. As Viktor begins to continue studying the area around him, wafting areas of the grass with his hand, trying to see if he can find any more tracks at all. Lashana also trying to look out for anything that may stand out. She naturally heads towards a door in the back garden. This door looking a little more crude than all the rest of the doors in the house. I'm gonna have her do a history. This will be an easy one. I'm gonna say maybe an 8 to identify the door, to get like a sense and idea as to what this door could lead to. Yeah, with a 15. Lashana will naturally assume that this door leads to a shed or a pantry. Hey Viktor, what do you think is behind this door? I don't know, but there's only one way to find out.
Leave. Excuse me. Oh my God.
Not a moment too soon, the shed door suddenly bursts open as a figure rushes forward and jumps over the fence, running down the side of the house and out to the street. I'm going to have Viktor and Lashana do athletics. Oh, I didn't need to click Lashana to do that. Okay. 8 and 11 is not enough. Viktor goes to run towards the fence, but upon being startled by the figure bursting through, he is gently shoved to one side, and as he goes to give chase, he stumbles and falls into the bush beside him. Lashana, just as startled, rushes forward as her Naginata catches on the now open door. She reaches out for the figure as he jumps the fence, but misses. Viktor quickly stands up and looks over to Lashana. Quick, we gotta hurry! As they rush back through the house towards the front door. Sprinting, the door just vanished. Sprinting through the kitchen and the living room. They only hear a partial conversation of what appears to be Aldo trying to chat up Mrs. Sertino, as Mrs. Sertino gets increasingly angry with him. Viktor and Lashana both burst through the front door, catching a glimpse of the mysterious man running down the street.
Ooh, the mysterious stranger has shown his face. Kind of, sort of. Well, I hope you enjoyed this new little recording technique. And please be sure to leave a comment and show your support with a like, a subscribe, and whatever else you feel necessary. Share amongst your friends. It'll be good to see a lot more of you commenting below and giving ideas for, like, company names and stuff, you know? Well, oh, wrong arm. That's it. My arms don't work, you see. Now wave. That's it, Nope, we're going off camera. Bye-bye. That was terrible waving. What are you doing down there?